welcome back to our channel. We have a really fun home tour today from our friend who's a vendor with us at the Rustic Warehouse, Joanna. So, can you tell us a little bit about you and your home?
I'd love to. My name is Joanna Duncan, and I've been a vendor now at the Rustic for about a year. Love vintage, love doing the booth there. And my home is actually on some land. We have about 33 acres altogether. Yes, and we actually own it with our very best friends, and they live next door.
What did you say it was called?
It's called Cocoa Bunny Farm, because my nickname is Bunny, and my best friend's nickname is Coco, so we just kind of put it together. I guess I could call it colorful farmhouse or artsy farmhouse. I don't know, something like that.
I'd say
artsy farmhouse.
Art everywhere.
Yeah.
Artsy chartsy farmhouse.
Artsy chartsy.
Perfect. We were looking at our house plan. I saw the perfect place to put a piece of furniture. I just thought it was cool to have a piece of furniture in my kitchen instead of just all cabinets.
Yeah.
So I found this piece at an auction and had my builder make sure that there was enough space for it. So they did that. At first, I didn't even have a countertop. I had that made later. But all of it is just bits and pieces from different places. None of it is expensive. This wallpaper is from Target. I only had to buy 2 rolls of toilet
paper. We're in quarantine.
2 rolls of wallpaper, and then it just kind of evolved from there. And this is something that I change all the time. So it's constantly changing, because you know, if you get tired of something, just why not just make it look a little bit different.
It's like Anthropologie.
Yeah.
But cottagey, but like your house is very Anthropologie. Like,
yeah, that's what I love. That's my favorite store.
Okay.
Absolutely. Most of the time I don't want to pay the prices of Anthropologie, so I try to mimic things from there and just make it my own. So yeah, that's pretty much me. That's from my nightgown. I had a nightgown that looked like that, and I was like, that's really cool, I like that. So I just wanted something.
Have you been painting for a long time?
Yeah, I didn't know that I was any good at it until I was in college, and I think I had an art history class, and I figured out that I could paint, like, for the first time in my life. So ever since then, I've just been doing stuff at home. Sometimes painting to sell things, trying to do like craft shows and things like that, but it hasn't really taken off. And then I kind of wanted to find something that was like my own or my style, and I guess the windows that I do are kind of that.
That's totally your niche.
Okay, so your art, we see a lot of words, and all over your home I see a lot of words. How do words inspire you? What is like I just want to talk about that, because I feel like a lot of times that can get really cheesy when you see those like word signs. Yours is not at all.
Okay, well, I'm really glad to hear that. Mostly it's from my time with God during the day that I do my Bible study. I do Bible study fellowship. It's one of my favorite things. And when I study God's word, a lot of times certain words will just jump out at me. And abide is one of those words. So all of the signs that I do are things that I feel like are important words that we need to remember. So that's mostly where that comes from. John 15 is all about abiding in Him. Yeah, it's such an important thing. I have it in more than one place in my house to remind me.
Yeah,
that's a really good that reminder.
Yeah,
to abide in Him, talk to Him all the time.
I love it. Hey guys, so I am uploading all the photos and organizing all this amazing footage of Joanna's house, and I wanted to hop on the camera and make sure that we didn't miss any detail. So I'm gonna go room by room and just cover some of the details that I know you guys are gonna be interested in and having questions. So First of all, I want to start by making sure you know that Joanna's home is a new build. I know that you see all this character and it's really easy to assume that it was a renovation or that it was an existing home, but they simply just made a really beautiful, filled with character modern farmhouse that was built very recently. And so something I wanted to make sure that you guys saw and noticed was the layout. So when you walk in, you walk directly into her dining room after the entry, and then her living room and her kitchen perfectly sandwich the dining room, which is really nice because if you had kids working at the dining table with homework, or someone sitting in the living room, or someone cooking in the kitchen, everything kind of flows into each other, yet they still have their designated spaces. This is something that we've been seeing a lot in some new builds, like we actually saw it in another home tour. Ryan from Texas Forever Farmhouse has this layout, and it's just really cool. And actually, I think if I was to build a home, I would choose this layout. So I wanted to make sure you guys didn't miss that, because if you guys are building, it might be something you want to open your mind to. So I wanted to also talk about the details in the kitchen. So she had flat panel cabinets, which I thought were really cool because it's a little bit modern, but if you look at a lot of really old houses, they also have this detail. She also has a two-tone kitchen, so the lower cabinets are like a dark green color and then the uppers are white, which is just a trend that we are loving and something that I'm not seeing going out of style anytime soon. Also, my very favorite space, I know I always say this, I always say like 10 spaces in a home are my favorite, but my very favorite, and I can say this with confidence, in Joanna's house is her little coffee bar in her kitchen. So her kitchen's pretty simple, and then you turn to the right and she has a buffet that's vintage with so much detail, and it's just built in, like they made that space or they found that piece to go there. And then she takes it to the next level with her mural on the wall that she said was inspired by her nightgown. I mean, if that doesn't make you want to just start opening your eyes and looking for different unique places to be inspired, I want to be inspired by my pajamas. Like I want to be like that creative. And not only, you know, I love Pinterest and I love Instagram and I love the internet for design inspiration, but I also want to just start opening my eyes to different places for inspiration, whether that be fashion or just what I happen to be sleeping in that night. Also, I wanted to talk about her living room and just how much of a mixture of vintage and new and different types of furniture that she has in that space. She has a really bold gallery wall of vintage finds on one wall with a camelback sofa that just, we actually took a picture of the baby there because I just loved it. It was so cute, so unique, and I almost felt like I was in a bed and breakfast in Round Top or something where someone had been collecting things for a really long time. Just really unique, really fun. And then right across from that, you see a leather tufted sofa and then 3 different types of accent chairs around that little sitting area, grounded by a bold red Persian rug and a trunk for a coffee table. I mean, that's just a pretty crazy combo that magically works. It's just, I think there's so much different, unique, interesting pieces in there that it all just goes together. It kind of feels like anthropology to me, and I think something to note, if you are gonna do some really bold, interesting, fun finds that you're gonna make a combination of, just go white on your walls, so then you can do some really fun, interesting things that are easy to change up and easy to experiment with. Joanna did that and it just works. The next thing I want to note about her living room is that her shiplap is a little distressed. So it almost looks like they renovated the home, pulled back some drywall, and voila, just like you see Joanna Gaines, they found shiplap under the drywall. But that's not what happened. They put up new shiplap, gave it a little distressing, and it just adds the perfect amount of character to the home. So guys, I'm obsessed. I love every detail. It's one of my favorite home tours just because it just screams personality. It makes me want to be bold and try new things and experiment with mixing vintage and new and collecting fun finds and just, you know, having some personality. I hope that this home tour inspired you. I loved it so much that my friend Maddie and I asked Joanna to come to Maddie's house and teach us how to do that wall mural, just the actually hand-painted wallpaper, I guess you could call it, that she did in her master, and do that in Maddie's, in her laundry room, and teach us how to do it. So next week, make sure that you subscribe so that you can get that tutorial where she teaches us how to hand paint our walls in a really bold, unique way. So Quinn could not wait until we finish this video, so she is gonna help us close it out. I hope that you enjoyed the home tour just as much as I did. I hope that it inspires you to add personality and creativity, do something crazy and bold, like hand paint your walls. And before this baby tears down this camera, I'm gonna tell you to subscribe and have a great day. Bye guys. Oh, and follow us on Instagram and Joanna on Instagram. I needed to say that. And watch, I'm gonna link some other home tour videos right here. So right here, more home tours, lots of home tours. We love home tours. Oh, and shop links and a lot of photos on the blog. If you're new to farmhouse living, always make sure you go to the blog after a home tour. They're filled with lots of photos, amazing photos. So we hope that you guys have a great day. Bye.